If your kitchen looks anything like mine after the holidays, boxes, packaging, stuff everywhere, you're not alone. Today I'm doing a simple reset that helps me breathe again. And since we celebrate Christmas through January, this kitchen needs to be ready for even more baking and cooking because y'all, we aren't done with Christmas here. We are just getting going. I'll share some more about that in a moment while I take care of a few simple things and enjoy a cozy golden latte in the process. Today, I'm restocking the staples we reach for the most, giving the spice cabinet and the apothecary a quick refresh, and making a cozy golden latte to enjoy in the process. If you're resetting your home too, feel free to do this right along with me. Grab something warm to drink as I share a few of my favorite winter wellness recipes along the way. Since our family celebrates Christmas through January, this season is when things finally slow down for us. We do what some people call a little Christmas or Epiphany, and that has become our quiet, restful Christmas after the rush of December. All the decorating, the cooking, the gatherings, getting our Christmas orders shipped from the tea shop, that part is all done. January is when we actually get to enjoy the tree, the lights, the music without running in every direction. We keep the Christmas season going until February 2nd, also known as Candlemas, which gives us a long, slow stretch to rest and recover a bit. Growing up was different, and Christmas was over on Christmas Day. I love how keeping it through January removes that lull I remember feeling when Christmas ended. Now I get to savor it for even longer, 40 days in fact. While the whole house looks like Christmas from the downstairs to the upstairs, it's time to make one of my favorite drinks while I do a little tidying up. You can buy golden turmeric mix, but using the whole herbs gives so much more flavor and a lot more of what you're actually after. And honestly, the slow steeping is the part of why I make it. It forces me to slow down for a minute and take it all in and not be such a hurry. Turmeric is well known for its benefits, and ginger is something I rely on in winter when digestion tends to slow down. Just simple, whole herbs doing what God intended them to do. It's time to put my poultry spice together. I've got my empty jar here from downstairs, and now it's time to find the individual spices here. If you would like the recipe for this and the exact measurements, the links are down below. And also the best way to get a hold of any of these is to join our newsletter and to get our Wellness Wednesday newsletter that we send out every week with new recipes and tips and tricks. You'll never miss a video either. Sometimes YouTube hides those. So I will put a link for the newsletter down below. It's completely free. So I would invite you to hop on if you don't want to miss any more things that we show here in other places. The most important part of this is to label your spices, and I found out I got in a hurry when I used these jars last and forgot to label them, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now before I make my spice blend. And when I have those labels all done, then it's time to make our spice blend. It's called poultry spice. You could use it on vegetables too, but I tend to put this over my roast chicken. I even use it for turkey during the holiday season. We frequently will buy just a turkey breast during like fall and winter and stock those up in the freezer. And I will make those for lunches, and so I will use this poultry spice on that as well. Some of these herbs, they need a little help, and I have this clay leaf here that will help keep this onion powder from getting really, really hard as it sits in this jar. But you can see here I'm using, again, my favorite bamboo lids. I just love these things. They are a little expensive. They're an investment. I'm not going to say this is the cheapest way. You could just use those canning jar lids that come with the canning jars. But I love these just for ease of use. They don't corrode or anything like that and rust. So I'm mixing this spice blend up here, all ready to go. And we have rosemary and onion powder, garlic powder, sage, all of the usuals. You could add maybe a little nutmeg if you wanted. You could take one of these out if there's one that you don't like, but these are pretty standard and usually the ones that I'll just grab out of the cupboard as I'm making things on the fly. And then we're going to add some of this to our jar. I tried this little funnel that I have that I actually save for tinctures, and we'll just say it didn't work so well. Or I'm really impatient and it was just time to get rid of the funnel and just put it in by the spoonful. Now that our poultry spice is done, I'm going to fill up a few more herbs up here before I head downstairs and put that poultry spice away. We have some rose hips and some elderberry and some chamomile that I'm going to refill here from my bulk bags. I know some of you will say, Cian, your bags are clear and doesn't that ruin them? Well, these bags are not kept out in sunlight, and so if they're in a closed cupboard in a dark spot, they can be in a clear bag. It'll be just fine. Mylar bags are really good, but they're also more expensive. They're a bit harder to get a hold of, so I'm a fan of using what you have and making that work, and I tend to go through these fairly fast. I know some of you have mentioned I have clear jars and the light's coming in there, but you'll see that, I go through a lot of these fairly quickly. The ones that I don't use a ton of, I try and keep in the back of the cupboard where the light's not hitting it directly. If you feel like yours might be sitting there a while, maybe you put it behind a shelf that has a door on the front, like a normal cupboard. Here we have taken our doors off of our cupboards here. Because I like the look of it mostly, and I do go through these quickly. So we have those jars filled up. Next up on the jar to fill is the peppermint. We use a lot of peppermint, so you can see this jar is a half-gallon jar. And make sure to label it. I didn't label this, we use it a lot, so I wasn't worried. Some hibiscus and some cinnamon chips, all things that we use a lot of. And these are going back up on my shelf, and then we're going to head downstairs and take our poultry spice down and work in the next space. Now that we have that poultry spice all ready and blended, I'm going to take it downstairs and we're going to restock the spice cabinet. But first, I'm taking everything out. I always do better starting with a clean slate, totally empty, instead of trying to organize around the mess. This cabinet isn't too bad since I redid it a little over a year ago. I'll put a link or a card up above for that video here if you missed how I decided to reorganize this space. And it's actually treating me really well. I'm enjoying it set up this way. Once it's empty, I'll wipe it down and put back the things I actually use and want to keep in this spot. Then I'll set aside anything that doesn't belong and refill the jars that are running low. The poultry spice blend we just made is going to go right in here too. Before I dive into that baking cupboard, I wrangled up the farmer here. He's going to upgrade my hooks here for my KitchenAid attachments. I've used those little 3M like sticky hooks for oh goodness, over 10 years now. They work okay, but they were starting to fall off the wall. They probably need a new sticky on the back, but I thought this one was a nice upgrade. It looks a little fancier and it works just great. Thank you, farmer. I appreciate your help getting something done off that honey-do list. We grind our grain fresh, so I'll refill the wheat berry jars too. I've got einkorn for whole wheat baking and some soft white wheat for lighter recipes. All the larger amounts are in 5-gallon buckets and bulk storage out in the garage, and I just refill these smaller jars to keep the kitchen simple and uncluttered. With that sorted, I'm going to hop over to the baking cabinet and refill a few things there too. This cabinet is where I keep my everyday baking supplies, what I actually reach for during the week. And because I'm allergic to sugar, I don't use much of it, so there are different kinds I keep up there in quart jars with my favorite bamboo lids. They're simple, pretty, and I use those jars all over the Harvest kitchen as you saw earlier. Today I'm checking the baking spices next and topping off anything that's low: cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, allspice, the usual things I grab often. I even have a few cocoa butter wafers and little odds and ends that I don't use every day, but I still like to keep close. That's everything for today. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this latte and read for a bit before moving on with my day. It's time for me to start planning the next spring Grow, Create, Sip magazine. So I'm doing a little review of last year's. Let me know what part of your home you're resetting this winter and what you would like me to share next. Would you like to see more of the baking cupboard and more details on that? Or what other parts of the house and the spice cabinet and the apothecary would you like to see? Thanks for joining me here on the farm today. I will catch you in the next video. Happy sippin', friends.